What up, fellas? Iron Jesse here, and I'm back for another movie review for you guys. And this time, I'm doing my movie review of Thor Ragnarok with no spoilers. So, of course, I saw it yesterday, last night. It was so darn good. This new Thor movie is better than the first and second one. This third one is better than those two. Of course, I really liked it a lot. Of course, it was mind-blowing, surprising as well. Of course, I really enjoyed the movie. As well, of course, Chris Hemsworth is back playing as Thor. Of course, I'm happy he played as Thor again. As well as Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I'm glad both of them are back playing as Thor and Loki. I'm happy they're back playing as them. And of course, there are new characters in the movie. Of course, some good guys and some bad guys as well. Of course, I want to tell you guys a little bit of the spoilers for the movie as well. Just a little bit, but not a lot, since I don't want to spoil all of it, but just a little. Anyway, of course, the Hulk is in the movie. Of course, Mark Ruffalo is finally in a Thor movie for the first time. I'm happy he's in a Thor movie for the MCU. And of course, they added this Planet Hulk lineup in the MCU for Thor Ragnarok as well. Of course, it was surprising they add Planet Hulk for Thor 3, since we all remembered that the Hulk left Earth from Age of Ultron to Sakaar, anyway. And of course, one of my favorite fight scenes is Thor versus Surtur. And of course, yes, that fiery giant person with all that flames and stuff with a skull and the horns on his head. That was on the beginning of the movie. And of course, he was so deadly. And he was huge anyway. And even more scarier as well. And of course, he is so, deadly as well. And of course, I like that fight scene that Thor fights him into this fiery place there on the beginning of the movie as well. And of course, that is one of my other favorite fight scenes. Of course, the other one that I most enjoyed is the Thor vs. Hulk fight scene. And yes, like I said, Planet Hulk in the MCU. That was so surprising. It's different than Captain America Civil War when Iron Man against Captain America, but now, of course, is one of the other main Avengers, Thor vs. Hulk. Well, I liked that fight scene a lot. It was so madness-like. It was so surprising as well. And of course, man, all that fighting, of course, a little bit of a spoiler, Thor has his lightning powers to fight off Hulk a little bit. And, of course, one spoiler, another spoiler. Well, like I said, I want to do a little bit. Well, I don't want to spoil a lot. We saw that Age of Ultron Quinjet in the movie. Since, like I said, we all remember that the Hulk leave Earth in Avengers Age of Ultron last year in 2015. Of course, Bruce thought Ultron was dead. Well, he is. Well, he was in the Quinjet for an hour since he was in space. And yes, also, my other fight scene is Thor versus Hela. Well, I like 3 fight scenes for the movie. Well, still don't want to spoil them. Well, I don't want to spoil it. Well, a little bit. Well, I don't want to spoil it too much anyway, since I don't want to mess this up. And, of course, I like that final battle part in Asgard as well. But still no spoilers. It was mind-blowing, you guys. It was mind-blowing. Of course, it just blew my mind as well. And, of course, the new good guy is named Korg. Yes, that rock guy that we've seen the commercials for him. And of course, we saw him in that San Diego Comic-Con trailer that we already did. And of course, he was so funny. He reminds me of that rock monster from Thor the Dark World. but different. He is so funny as well. Well, I like Cork. He is so hilarious. And of course, one of the usual good guys is Hondo. Well, of course, I'm glad Hondo is in the movie, the return of him as well. And of course, he is still a good character. And of course, all the action is mind-blowing, including Hulk versus this wolf from Hela. And of course, don't want to spoil it, like I said. Well, of course, yeah, still don't want to spoil it, because I don't want to mess this up, like I said. And, yes, I like how Hulk against that wolf there for the movie. It was so mind-blowing. Well, it reminds me of one of those Hulk movies, that the Hulk versus the giant dog from the classic Hulk movies. Well, I'm glad they returned that part again with this guy right here. Yes, that wolf from Hela, anyway. And of course, yeah, it was mind-blowing as well. Well, of course, it was totally mind-blowing. And one of the funny parts is... Oh, my bad. Didn't mean hit the iPad. Well, as I was saying, one of the funny part is to get help clip scene. Yes, when... One more little bit spoiler, since I don't want to make a lot of them, but a little bit. Thor threw Loki into the Sicarian guards in that part as well. And also, one last thing, well, I don't want to make this too much anyway. One last part, Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch was in the movie a little bit. Like I said from the other videos for the movie that I already made, he was in the movie a little bit. Since we saw that Doctor Strange movie from last year, there was a cutscene with Thor, but of course, I think it is the same one from the movie as well. And of course, I'm glad they added it together as well. I'm glad Doctor Strange is in the movie a little bit. I wish he was in it a lot, but still. But also, I have nothing to say is as well, but just another movie review, but I don't want to spoil it, like I said, but just a little bit. Well, I have nothing to say already, but that's it for now. Of course, tell me in the comments below what you guys think of the movie. And of course, I'm giving it a million thumbs ups for it, because it's better than the first and second one. So that's it now, you guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hit that notification bell, the save button, link in the description, and Hulk smash that comment section down below. And I'll see you later, alligators.